Hi Virgo, welcome to Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be your money and love reading for the middle of June until the end of the month, so right before we hit July. So it's about a 2-week period, okay? So not super long energy, but we'll see if it's short-term or permanent, okay? Let's look at money first. Show me Virgo in money. What does Virgo need to know about their money in June to the end of the month? What does Virgo need to know about their money from June until the end of the month? Let's see. I'm trying to let them fall out on their own, Virgo. So give me just a moment. Be patient. Ooh. I'm glad we were patient. We have the Sun as the first energy coming out here, and Tower is the next one, and Ace of Wands as the third one. I'm going to be clarifying these with a deck that I'm kind of working on right now. So if you see me like writing stuff on the back of it, this is the reason why I'm using them in live readings, is to see the energies and how they actually show up. So just please be patient with me as I do that. Let's clarify the Sun for Virgo and their money. What does the Sun show for Virgo's money? I like this. I like the order of these cards too. I like how this plays out. Because Virgo, what I get with some of this is like, I want to make sure I say this the right way. Like I describe it in the way that I'm feeling it. The way I feel this energy is like, there's like, the Sun represents this explosive change and this explosive transformation that is happening in your life. It's literally coming in like this gigantic fireball of energy, and it's dramatically changing the way you think, the way you feel, the way you operate, the way you show up, your beliefs, your actions, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. It's like this is huge transformative energy, and it's coming in as the Sun, not necessarily because of happiness, but more so because the Sun can instantly burn everything in its path. And it's like, this is that kind of energy. That's how it comes in. It's totally burning away almost like your past beliefs, habits, thoughts, wants, desires, actions, emotions. It's like it's blazing through everything that, and I won't even say that doesn't serve you or doesn't need to be there. It doesn't matter what it is. It's blazing through everything, gone, everything, okay? Whether you want it gone or not, it's blazing through it, okay? And then the Tower is like the aftermath, because after this gigantic, powerful energy comes in and just totally burns everything away, the Tower is the result of that happening. Everything begins to fall apart. It feels like everything is falling apart, right? It feels like things are drastically changing and moving and disappearing from your life, coming into your life. It's like there's a lot of changes, not just a single tower. It's like a lot of towers after tower after tower after tower, because you've had such this gigantic change from the Sun energy coming in. And now the Tower is the aftermath of it. And it's not necessarily, again, good or bad. It's just the result of destroying everything in its path, okay? And then we're left with the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is realizing that because everything got burned, that because the Tower moments began to happen as a result of that, you now get to recreate in the way that you want to recreate. You now get to, it's almost like reinvent yourself in a way that is inspiring, in a way that's fun, in a way that's creative, and it's like everything you've ever wanted to be, but you're not getting the end result. You're not getting like thrown into the outcome of, you know, you've worked so hard, you've tried so hard, now you're going to be everything you've ever wanted to be. It's here, it's now, it's happening. This is like, no, Virgo, we know what you want to be, and we know everything you've ever wanted to become or have or do. And so as you are walking down this difficult, challenging path, I'm going to say this can either be like a saving grace, or it can be a curse, and blessing, curse, you know? On one hand, those of you who actually have, like, your path is much longer than you realize it. It actually is. And it's like, man, you've only gotten halfway and you're already like beaten down, like you haven't given up, and you're doing what you, madman. Literally, it's turning you into a madman. That walking that path to be where you want to be, to become and manifest the future that you want to have. Trying to walk down that path is something that's extremely difficult, but you're not giving up. And it's like the sun comes in almost as a blessing, where it totally destroys the entire path. And then all these shifts and moves and energy changes happen so that you can just start to almost re-sprout yourself, like begin wherever you want. So that means you don't have to keep walking the same path that you've been walking. The sun has destroyed that path. Now you can just be the person you wanted to be, but you're not at the end of that. You're at the beginning of it. So if you've always wanted to be a artist, it's like you're going down that path of what you should be doing to become an artist, to show your work, to get financially stable with it, to go to all these like events, whatever. And it's like the sun destroys that path, because it's like, bruh, like you're doing too much. Like you're too much of a good person. You're erasing so much karma. You've done so many good things that we don't want you to keep walking this path of difficulty and challenge, because like you've elevated, and I'm getting all the chills right now. So it's like you've elevated on this path. Like we didn't maybe expect you to elevate and transform rapidly in how much you did. And so continuing this path is not going to serve you in any way. It's just going to bring more challenges, obstacles, difficult emotions, disappointments. It's like you have just accelerated beyond what you were supposed to, and you're not even done with the path. So let's just destroy the path. And then all these tower things that happen allow you to just show up as an artist that you are. It allows you to just start to draw, start to paint, whatever your modality is. You just start to do it because it feels good, and then it just blossoms and it goes off. It's no more of walking this treacherous path of like, I have to go down this path to get there. No, it's like, we're just going to let you be it, but we have to destroy the path you're on so that you can just show up and start to build yourself as whatever it is you're trying to get to. Now, the curse energy can be because for some of you, it's almost like you were so dedicated to that path. You were so attached to walking that path and getting to the end result, the end goal here. And having the sun come in and destroy it, and then the tower shifting all of the energy around, it's almost like you're having a really hard time with letting go of that path, with releasing yourself from that path, because you got so attached to it, where it's like the pain became comfortable, the challenges became the norm, and so anything else, any other energy that gets presented is now like that's the challenge, when really it's like, no, this is supposed to make things easier for you guys. This is like universe coming in and saying, you're not in alignment with this path because you've grown so much, you've done so much. This path does not serve you. But you're like, no, I want the path. I'm almost done with it. Like I've worked so hard, I put so much effort and time into it. Do not take this path from me. I've invested way too much. But Spirit's like, no, don't think like that. Like, don't think like that. This is a new opportunity. It's either going to be a blessing or a curse depending on how you receive it. Okay? How is this tied into money? Virgo, I think that with the destruction of this path and then all this tower energy shifting around, I think you're having highs and lows with money. I don't think right now it's consistent. I don't think it's stable. I don't think it's predictable. And I don't think it's supposed to be. This is huge energy being shifted. This is huge energy being shifted, okay? Show me the sun. You might benefit, your money might benefit if you allow yourself to talk about your experiences, to speak them out loud, to help other people maybe get through similar situations, things like this. But that tower is going to hit even harder if you start to feel better than, if there's any energy of like, I'm better than this person, or I can do more than them, or I excel faster. Don't let it get to your head, right? Because that's when the tower, I think, doubles down on you and it really shifts the energy. It's like shaking something and being like, is everything seasoned and coated the right way? And it's like, oh, there's a bare spot, we gotta shake it again. And it's like, you don't want to keep being shaken, Virgo. So it's like, take it with grace, take it with humility. But I think that's when you're starting to get money come in ways that you've never expected. You're having like accelerated growth and you're just at the beginning of something. And that's what I mean by like the path of the artist, right? It's giving you an opportunity to just be an artist. Like, you don't have to do all these things to be that. Just be that. And it's like, when you are that, when you just be that, you just rapidly grow. It's like, oh my God, you should be an expert. Like, how have we not heard of you? Where have you been? And it's like, oh, trust me, I've been putting my time in. It's just, here I am. It's that energy. So I think your money fluctuates, but the more that you allow yourself to just be the things that you actually want to be, that's where your money comes in. But the more that you try to hold on to past beliefs, patterns, thoughts, habits, actions, that's where you hit those towers. So if you're meant to be an entrepreneur and that's what you've always wanted to be, that's the direction you've always wanted to move in, you are going to have more money come in and have more success come in when you just start to be an entrepreneur, when you start to do the things an entrepreneur would do, when you think like an entrepreneur, when you move like one, when you just become that, when you just do that, regardless of your circumstance, your situation, when you just embody that energy, that's when you have money and success come in. But if it gets scary and timid and you're like, I don't know, and I don't think I'm ready, and it's like, you know what, let me just go get a 9-to-5, that's when the tower moment comes in, because it's like, no. That past energy is not in alignment with you anymore. So yes, you're going to hit tower moments every time you look in the past, you think about the past, you try to do the past. Anything that you try to do that you've already done that is not in alignment with you, that's when you're hitting the tower moments. And so I think what it can do is it makes you feel crazy. Like, man, a 9-to-5 should be a steady, reasonable income. It's consistent. It's good. It's good for me to do that. Why is it not working out? Why am I meeting challenges? Why am I having more expenses? Why are all these things going array when I try to go get a 9-to-5 job, right? And that's your hint that it's like, that's you trying to revert to the old way that you used to think and believe and feel. And we're trying to get you to align with the new way, which you are aligned with. You just have to do it. And it's like, okay, no, skip the 9-to-5. I'm not going to think about that. It's not my safety net. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to make that product. I'm going to sell that thing. I'm going to talk about that thing. I'm going to do whatever it is, right? And that's when you get money and success. When you invest in the thing you've always wanted to be. It's like Spirit's like forcing you to stop getting caught up with past energy here. It's like, no more. No more of that. This is very interesting. Okay, this is going too long. So that is your money reading, Virgo. It's so interesting. They're like, no, you will become what you're supposed to be. Stop looking at the past. Stop acting it out. Stop being your worst enemy. Stop stopping yourself, okay? That path of doing that, you've walked it 5 times. It's not in alignment anymore. It's time to just do a new path. Virgo, it's time to move on. You're like, I know, I'm trying, I want to. They're like, okay, well, here it is. But what about this? It's like, no, there is no buts. No, just be who you're supposed to be. It's funny. Show me Virgo in love. What does Virgo need to know about love for the middle of June to the end of June? What does Virgo need to know about love? Show me Virgo with love, the middle of June to the end of June. Show me Virgo with love. Mind you, that sun energy, that tower energy, that's probably shaking up your love life. When I talk about that energy, it didn't just blaze through your money energy. That thing blazed through every energy, all of who you are and who you thought you were. Like, it came in huge, okay? Virgo, we have 6 of Cups, Mother of Wands, Son of Swords. The 6 of Cups energy for you guys is very much an energy of every time I try to focus on the 6 of Cups, it wants me to look at Mother of Wands, which I'm not sure why. That 6 of Cups in love is almost like, it's not necessarily focusing on love, but I think what it's doing is, as you embody the person you're always supposed to be, the person you've always tried to be, you strive to be, you wanted to be, and now you're kind of being pushed in a direction where it's like you get your hand slapped and you get put in timeout when you try to be anything other than the thing you've always wanted to be, which it's human nature. It's a totally different topic and subject, but we do that all the time. The 6 of Cups is saying, as you become that person you are always supposed to be, that you always strive to be and wanted to become, that's when we start to almost like it's almost like planting our own seed. I know this might sound funny. It's almost like planting our own seed of the divine person that would match that energy for us, right? It's like the more rooted that you allow yourself to become. An illusionist coming out. An illusionist can just speak to, it seems like an illusion right now. It seems like it's not real. It seems like something that's not possible. It seems fictional, and that's what I get with that 6 of Cups energy, because it is a little dreamy, right? It's your dreams, wishes, and desires, things like that. But that 6 of Cups is like, as you become who you want to be, you're almost like manifesting them by like daydreaming and like visualizing or pretending to like be in situations with the person who matches the way you are, the person you are. And I don't want to say manifesting, because I don't know that you're intentionally manifesting them. What it feels like is, as I grow and become this new person, this person I've always wanted to be, I start to daydream and fantasize more about like what kind of person would match me in that energy. Like what kind of love life will I have as I become this new version of myself, right? And it's just like this very playful, very like non-serious, really like dreamy, just fantasizing kind of energy. And what that does is it makes you become more confident with how you show up in love. So kind of being able to fantasize and daydream about this person is ultimately what creates like your confidence in what kind of lover you are. So I think in the past, there might have been a lot of challenges, a lot of blocks, confusion, like you weren't really sure because of all the experiences you've had. But now it's like, no, I'm imagining them, but because I imagine them, I imagine me as well. So I'm also defining what I do and how I show up in the future when it comes to love. And it makes you so much more confident. It makes you just like blossom into this beautiful flower. And it's like, that's the seed that you're sowing right now. Is even though you don't think you're sowing a seed for yourself or for anything, and you're just kind of playfully imagining how does love look when I'm this version of myself, you actually unintentionally mold yourself into this new version of love as well. Everything's very unintentional with this, like this energy here. Virgo, I think that you're going to be creating and molding things. We have cheerleader coming out. Creating and molding things around yourself, within yourself, without intentionally doing it. It's kind of like a domino effect. When you do it with one thing, it just naturally happens with all the other ones. Cheerleader comes out to clarify that Mother of Wands, because the cheerleader, if you think about what a cheerleader does, they cheer the team on. They make sure that they're going to win. They give them the support. They get the crowd to rally in. They play on a team with other cheerleaders, and they make sure that, hey, I'm here. I got your back. I'm all for you. And Virgo, I think what is happening is you're shaping yourself into the kind of lover that is comfortable enough to have a cheerleader. I think you've always been a cheerleader. I think you've always been a cheerleader for everyone around you. That's just natural Virgo energy. But you've not really experienced someone being your cheerleader. And it's like the confidence that you gain, the clarity and like the grounded energy that you create with this new imagined, fantasized love. It makes you more okay and feeling good about having a partner, having a lover that supports you, that cheers you on, that's there for you, that shows up whenever you need them. It's someone you can rely on, that you can trust, that you know is going to be there in your darkest days. It's like you're finally allowing yourself to receive that kind of love, which you've always wanted, but now you're actually showing up in an energy where you can begin to receive it. And then we end it with the Son of Swords. Immediately when I looked at the Son of Swords, energetically what I got, oh, that's funny. That is so funny. The card that fell out is Go Getter. And I know it says Go Getter, but this is why it's funny. When I looked at the Son of Swords, I immediately felt like by the end of June, there is someone definitely coming in very strongly. And it's like this person that you've unintentionally manifested, that you've like daydreamed and fantasized about. And it's like this person comes in out of nowhere. And it's like it's very quick and it's very sudden. It's unexpected. It's a big energy. You're not going to miss it, because I don't think they come in a very subtle way. I think they pop up in your life and you're like, whoa, hi. We're here, right? And it's funny because it says go get her, but what I heard was go get her, right? And you can be guy or girl, it doesn't matter, but it was like go get her, like go get her. So if you're a man, Virgo, it might be like you end up finding someone randomly just popping into your life, and it's like go get her, that's your girl, go get her. And if you're a woman, that might be the energy of a male coming toward you. And I get goosebumps when I say that, so I think that's the right way to look at it, right? If you're a woman, it's like that masculine energy is coming in, and they're like, I'm a go getter. Like, this is my person. I'm a go get her, right? I love that. I will say for some of you, I'll pull one card and then I'm going to end the reading because it's going too far or too long. I want to see if this is a past or a brand new person, because I did get some past energy, but I don't think it's a past energy as in like an energy that we actually had, you know, things to heal with. I don't know how involved with this person we ever have been. This might have just been like we went on one date. You know, we met each other and were acquaintances and then lost contact. It's like past energy like that, where it's very light. There's not things that need to be healed and, you know, explained and gone over and moved on from. It's not that kind of energy. It's my way of telling them to shh. So let me just pull a quick card on it and see. The Son of Swords, is this past energy or present energy? I feel like I just cut my finger. Yeah. Is that Knight of Swords, Son of Swords? New energy, past energy? Do we know them? Do we not know them? What kind of energy is that Son of Swords sitting in? What kind of energy is that Son of Swords sitting in? Show me. Okay, we have the Moon. The Moon clarifying that this is a person that I think you've been around. I think that you might actually know this person, but it's almost like it's someone you don't give a thought to. It's someone that you haven't considered romantically. It's someone that you've never seen that way. And you could have lost touch with them. They could like not be in your life anymore. You could have had a very like short encounter with this person, but it feels like, for whatever reason, it feels like familiar energy. I do think that at some point in time, in some way, you've met them, you've talked to them, you guys have interacted on some level, and it's a basic level. So this isn't like a long time ex that you lost contact with. This isn't someone you had a whole relationship with and then you fell out. Like, this is someone you have not had a relationship with. I don't even think that you've like slept together. It's like a very clean, smooth, easy encounter, and then like maybe we stop talking. I don't know. But it's someone that, even though there's the familiarity there, we never thought about this person being our person. Like, we never thought about them romantically being the one we end up with. Maybe in the moment when we saw them or met them, we were like, man, I wish. But then like time moved on and you went other places and it was what it is. Because that Moon lets me know they're coming very quickly towards you out of like not out of the veil, but like out of darkness. Like, it's like they've been lurking in the darkness. They're somewhere in your subconscious. They are somewhere around you, but they quickly step into the light. It's like they suddenly quickly step into the light. So it's not totally a new energy. It's someone that has had eyes on you, that knows you, that has seen you. They know your name. They know how to reach out to you. They know you some way, because they very quickly come in towards you with the intention of you. And that's the go get her, right? There's the intention, because I know who this is, and now it's time for me to pursue this person. Now it's time for me to talk to them, to communicate, something like that. All right, Virgo. That's all I have for you. I'll see you guys later. I hope this helped. Thanks so much. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.